You are successful, but you're exhausted, okay? And here's the thing that nobody tells you. Pushing harder towards the next milestone, the next achievement, the money, the travel, the relationship, whatever it is not going to fix it for you. You built the thing you said you always wanted. You made the amount of money that you've always wanted to make. You got to the level in the business. You reached that level in your career, and it still feels empty. Why is that? You reach it, and then a day later or a week later, you're back to the same sinking feeling. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly why that happens and how to actually start enjoying your work again. So back to the problem. You're hitting the revenue, you're climbing in your career, you're doing all the things you said you want to do, but the second you get them, you're moving on to the next thing. You might feel good for a little bit, maybe an hour, maybe it's only an hour you feel better, maybe a day, maybe a week, and then right back to chasing the next thing, right back to the anxiety and the pressure and the feeling of emptiness. You can build a business that looks extremely successful from the outside and is successful, but still feel like you're not winning on the inside. If the win doesn't feel like winning, it's not another win that you need. It's a different way of operating internally. I'm Jake Burhans, and I scaled our real estate home buying business to over 7 figures from burnout, stress, fear, anxiety, worry, doubt, chasing after every milestone, and it never felt like enough. I had to solve this problem for myself from the inside out. I had no one to show me the ropes, no one to show me how to deal with my internal world, my anxieties and my thoughts and my overthinking and my stress and the pressure and all of that. So that's what I'm here to do for you. We are on a global mission to help entrepreneurs and high performers prevent burnout and learn how to build from peace instead of pressure. For me, what changed wasn't the strategy, it was the internal operating system underneath, and I'm gonna get right into that. So today we're diving into the T section of the Built for Impact framework, which is transforming into your 2.0 self. There's 3 parts of the T framework: understanding that your new identity is a baseline and that you'll fall out in return, understanding that peace is a performance multiplier, and thirdly, understanding how to operate from an expressive-based model of success versus a compensatory model of success. Today, we're going to talk about expression versus compensation when you are pursuing your goals in your future, in your career, and all those things. So first up, we have compensatory success. Compensatory success is you are constantly doing things to try to feel enough, right? So every single day you're going to work, it's not just about making money. You need to feel validated. You need to feel like you're enough, and nothing is ever enough. I talked about this in my last video. If you haven't checked that out, talking about my story. And ultimately, the biggest lesson from my personal story is that, hey, nothing external is ever going to fix my internal problems. And a lot of this came from me constantly chasing things in hockey and in college and in entrepreneurship. I was trying to compensate for not feeling like I was enough, right? And it's a never-ending thing. It's like I have this big bucket inside and there's a massive hole in the bottom. And no matter how good I was at hockey and what team I made, and no matter how well I did in college, and no matter how big I built the real estate business, no matter how much money I made, no matter how much recognition I got, everything was just falling through the bucket. I never felt like enough. It's like this endless pit of chasing. That's what happens when you're in a compensatory model of success. And when you're in a compensatory model of success, you've also shifted your nervous system into a low grade of survival, right? Fight or flight mode. So because you're always chasing things and nothing's ever enough, you are shutting down your prefrontal cortex to a certain extent. You're not able to think as well. You can't problem solve. You can't execute. You have less emotional bandwidth. You have less energy. You're just burning through your energy. So you're not showing up as the best version of yourself. And you're also not making the best decisions for your team or your company for that matter, because everything is just through the lens of how am I going to look? Right? The project, you just need to make sure that you look good so you don't get fired or you don't look like a fool. It's not necessarily what's objectively best for the situation because we're in compensation mode, right? What we do equals who we are. And as long as you're chasing that for your whole life, you're going to be exhausted because it's this constant chase and you can nothing ever fills the void. Nothing fills the void. So what's the opposite? The opposite is expression-based success. So expression-based success is the intersection of 3 things. What you like to do and what lights you up, okay? What aligns with your values as a human being and how you want to contribute to the world. So real estate business was not that for me. I did like it, but I really just wanted it for the status of being an entrepreneur and then building a 7-figure business, and also for the money. I was just chasing the money, like, oh my gosh, you could make $80,000 on a wholesale deal. Let's chase the money. That's all I was doing. And it was exhausting. I would just run myself into the ground every day. Well, I didn't know how to deal with any of my internal world. That's another story. But I was just running myself into the ground because I was chasing all that stuff. So it wasn't from like this sustainable source. But now with Built for Impact, it's completely different. And I have more drive and motivation than I've ever had in my life. So don't think just because you're not chasing with that pressure that you can't get things done. Because I have never been more inspired and more laser focused in anything in my life because it's at the intersection of those three things, because it naturally lights me up and gives me energy to teach and coach. Okay. I like it and I'm naturally good at it. Also, it aligns with my values as a human being. What do I value? Well, I value people being the best version of themselves, stepping out and taking a chance, right? Evolving, upgrading, all that stuff. It's in alignment with who I am. And lastly, it's how I want to contribute to the world. Like I wake up every single day like it's Christmas morning. I'm so excited to go out and just preach the word of Built for Impact and teach high performers and entrepreneurs. You could probably even understand from this video that they can go out and accomplish everything they want to accomplish without burning themselves into the ground, without grinding themselves into a pulp, because I went through that experience. You could probably even understand from this video and the transmission of my energy and how alive and focused I am giving this message, because it's an expressive based model of success. Now, the difference is when I feel tired and I feel exhausted or whatever, I rest, right? I listen to my body. I do the internal work necessary to keep me going because I know it's about the long game. One of the really difficult things about compensatory success is that every win, as I had mentioned, it's just buying a little bit of relief. It's never quite fixing the problem. And I can relate to this because when I started to get like bigger checks, you get some big checks when you're wholesaling, even personally, like I'd make $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 in one check. And I'd be like, whoa. And for someone whose expenses are only, $4,000 to $5,000 a month, that's a lot of money. And it's no reason for me to be worrying about money, but it didn't fix my problems. I was still stressed out. I was still anxious, all these things, right? No matter how much money I got, what checks I made, who I hired in the business to buy back my time and do all these things, I was still stressed because my internal operating system was just wired for chasing and pressure and scarcity and compensation and just constantly trying to survive. I was in survival mode. And it wasn't until I learned how to get out of survival mode that I could actually regulate and enjoy the process of building. Quick pause here because this is exactly what we work through inside the Built for Impact community. Every other Thursday, we have a free weekly call talking about the internal work, how to build from an expressive-based model of success versus a compensatory model. If this is resonating with you at any level, you can change your life by clicking that link below, joining the free community, taking the orientation, taking the operating system assessment, and getting to it. All right, now back to the video. And another point is that pushing harder isn't going to fill it because, like I said, that analogy from earlier, inside of you is like a bucket with a hole in the bottom. So it doesn't matter how much you chase in your career. And again, I'm talking to the entrepreneur and the high performer right now who's gone and done the thing, right? That you've done the thing. You keep reaching these milestones and they're just not doing it for you. And then your mind just goes, oh, well, it'll be the next one. It'll be the next one. It'll be the next one. When do you wake up and realize it's not the next one? It's not the next one. I have to change how I operate right now because nothing externally is going to fix how I'm feeling internally. So what's the solution here? The solution is, like I said, operating from an expressive-based model of success. And it's a simple little reframe in our minds. It's asking ourselves every single day when we show up, am I doing this because it lights me up, because I enjoy it, because it aligns with my values, because it's how I want to contribute to the world? Or am I doing this because I feel like I need it to feel like I'm enough, to prove something to someone? When we do it just to contribute, we actually regulate our nervous systems. Because what happens is when we're here, right, and we need to come over here to accomplish something, our nervous system treats that as a threat because it says, hey, I'm Jake, I'm right here, and I make $100,000, and to be somebody, I have to be making $400,000. There's an identity gap and the nervous system panics and you go into survival mode and you're trying to figure everything out. And when you're in this survival mode, right, our perception narrows. We can't see all the options. We're redlining all day long, blowing through our energy reserves. We blow up at the slightest little things because we have no emotional bandwidth. We're threat scanning. We're not in the creative, regulated mode we need to be in to be effective leaders and entrepreneurs. So understand that understanding how you're pursuing your goals is huge. And we can also be a little bit inquisitive about it and seek to understand, why do I feel like I need to prove this to someone, right? If we chase it back, a lot of it goes to childhood, right? Where we didn't get the love or attention that we needed. And now we spend the rest of our lives trying to prove to people that we're worth something so we can get that validation. But you got to understand that you're worthy as you are. And again, I talked about this in that last video, but talk about value. What makes something valuable? Scarcity. The more scarce it is, the more valuable it is, right? Gold is, there's only a certain amount, so it has a certain value. Diamond or platinum is even more scarce, so it has more value. There is only one of you out of 7 billion. So your value does not come from what you do. It comes from your inherent abilities and skills and what lights you up and your passions. Because there's not a single person out of 7 billion that has the same passions and talents and skills and interests as you. So leaning into that uniqueness is what's going to give you your value to the marketplace and ultimately help you just crush. Because when you lean into what you're naturally good at, think about that. You're already naturally good at it, so you're head and shoulders above the marketplace, and you do it because you love it. So you're just going to show up and do it every day, even when you're not getting results. You're going to run laps around everyone else in the industry because you like it and it lights you up. And ultimately, because you're better at it, and you're putting in more work because you like doing it, you're going to be providing more value to the marketplace, and more value equals more money in your pocket. So it's possible to feel good and enjoy what you do and make a lot of money. We can have our cake and eat it too. So just to wrap this all up, you guys don't need a bigger win. Okay, you don't need to keep chasing. We need to ask ourselves, why am I pursuing what I'm pursuing? Am I doing it to prove something, to feel like I'm enough? If I am, then think about letting it go and not doing it anymore. Or just shifting our perspective on how we show up. Doesn't mean you have to quit your job and change industries and do all this stuff. That's what I kind of did, and that's what some people need to do. But you can also just shift how you're viewing your work. Instead of showing up and having it be about you, we can show up and have it be about, hey, let me just contribute, understand that I'm worthy no matter what happens. It allows your system to relax all the time instead of being on edge. If any of this landed with you guys, click the link below, join the Built for Impact community, get in there. We get the free calls, as I had mentioned before, on every other Thursday. We got the orientation, we got the operating system assessment, and we're going to get you dialed in. I promise you can be a high performer. You can be an entrepreneur. You can accomplish the biggest goals. I got the biggest goals. We're going to take over the world. We are starting it's a global movement helping entrepreneurs prevent burnout and build from peace instead of pressure. I'm right there with you, but we're going to do it from a regulated state. All right. Till next time, all the peace, all the power.